watching Good Morning San Diego.
It's been a tough economic year for many businesses, particularly small businesses. But this week, the San Diego Minority Supplier Development Council has something to celebrate about diversity in the workplace. And here to talk about that are Scott Drury, chairman of the board's council, and Rebecca Aguilera, vice president of Diego & Sons Printing. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
So tell us, what's up this week? What's going on?
Well, this is a great week. Today marks the kickoff of Supplier Diversity Achievement Week here in San Diego, where we are celebrating and acknowledging diversity. We have a series of activities planned, including free seminars for minority business owners to interact with large corporations and public agencies. And the week culminates with our annual awards event and jazz concert on Friday at the Balboa Theater.
All right, when you say supplier diversity, break that down for us. What are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about engaging minority business owners in the opportunity to do contracts with major corporations and major public agencies here in the city of San Diego, increasing our local supply base and keeping more dollars here in our region.
Rebecca,
yes.
You're vice president of Diego & Sons Printing, so I'm assuming that's a minority group. And tell us how you're involved in this and just the overall scene in San Diego, how that works for you.
Well, we're a member of the Supplier Development Council, and we've been members for a couple of years. And I think what it does is actually give us access, and it opens the door for us where it hasn't done before. Minority businesses have always had a difficult time getting corporate access, but with the Supplier Development Council, they've been able to be that link between us and the corporations, so we can forge relationships with SDG&E and Sempra and SAIC and MetLife, where we hadn't done that before. So it really has, especially last year when it was a difficult year, It was great to have the corporations and the supplier development behind us.
Yeah, with this economic climate, there's got to be a lot of small businesses struggling, not only minority businesses, but small businesses in general. What would you say to them? How can they get involved in something like this and for help?
Well, they, of course, should come this week to all the events. They should check out the website at sdsupplierdiversity.org and check out what's going on. They have a great matchmaking event on Friday, as well as the jazz concert. But I would say it's one of the best organizations to get access to the large corporations that you would never have that before. And right now, any type of access or any type of something that makes you different is a fantastic opportunity to really take advantage of that for small businesses. Scott,
quickly back to you. Is there still room? Can people still get involved this week?
Yeah, absolutely. The best place to go to get information on this week and on the council is go to supplierdiversitysd.org. That'll give you a complete rundown of this week's events, including the free seminars, as well as the resources available to you through the council on an ongoing basis.
All right, Scott and Rebecca, thank you both for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And have a great week with that.
Thanks.
San Diego News Now.
Making a couch out of an old bathtub? I'm Consumer Bob. How minority-owned businesses are getting a leg up here in San Diego. I'll have that story coming up in just a few minutes.
So you may have a great idea, but that doesn't mean you will be a success. Sometimes the steps to success need a little helping hand.
The San Diego Minority Supplier Development Council is offering that helping hand. The organization brings big business and small minority-owned businesses together.
But before that all happens, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, as Consumer Bob is here to explain.
Absolutely. We're going to look at a couple success stories here. It's kind of fun. Here's the deal. A lot of corporations want to send some of their business to minority-owned companies. And there are minority-owned companies that want their business, but first they have to be ready. And that's where the Minority Development Council makes a difference. David Johnson cuts out a section of this old-fashioned clawfoot bathtub. But why?
It'll be a conversation starter.
And Shirley Rogers is in the business of creating conversation starters. As an event decorator, Shirley takes the ordinary and makes it into something extraordinary.
This is bubble gum.
Liz Russell knows a thing or two about extraordinary as she creates a homegrown collection of high-fashion purses.
Totes with the bamboo handles. And there's over 150 roses on there.
Liz and Shirley use their creative side to make unique products. But it took the San Diego Minority Supplier Development Council to make corporate connections.
They have various opportunities for small businesses like myself to connect with larger facilities, and that's how I got my contract through MGM, was through the council here in San Diego.
Not only the MGM, but the Liz Russell collection is also at the Bellagio, the Mirage, and heading to New York.
My responsibility is to make sure that I have an excellent product.
Most of the time you spin your wheels. You're not really sure who you should contact.
But Shirley is getting the chance to pitch her creativity to major corporations with the council's help. So now you have a bathtub turned into a couch. It'll end up being used at a speakeasy-themed corporate party. But it's diverse ideas like this that helps her diverse company get more business.
They've made me a better business, I think, because they made me think is the #1 key.
And the next thing is to deliver a quality product, whether a bathtub couch or a fashion-centered purse for the red carpet. So again, the Minority Development Council certifies that businesses are indeed minority-owned and operated. At the same time, they help large companies make a connection. Good luck to both of them.
This is the KUSI News at 10.
And San Diego Mayor Jerry Sanders declared today the beginning of Supplier Diversity Achievement Week. The program is geared toward granting contracts to diverse businesses and small companies in San Diego, hoping they will eventually grow into large enterprises. One organizer says it's not just about business, it's about community.
It's much broader than getting a contract and making the deal. It's really about the community we live in and what kind of community we want to have and how do we grow that community, particularly in tough economic times.
Some of the companies that took part: SDG&E, Wells Fargo, the Metropolitan Water District, and the San Diego Regional Airport Authority.